Hi everybody, it's Sophia here with the LeClaire Community Library, and for today's craft I thought we could make a little turkey headband because we're coming up on Thanksgiving soon. So what it looks like on is kind of like this. The beak kind of goes in between your eyes and the feathers are up here. So what we're going to need to do this is some different colors of construction paper. I use brown for the turkey part, white for the eyes, orange for the beak, and then 3 different colors for the feathers. I used green, red, and purple, but you can use anything you want. We're also going to need some scissors, a black Sharpie for the eyes, or any black marker, and a pencil to sketch, some tape, a stapler, and a cup for drawing our circles. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our brown piece of paper, mine's already folded but yours probably won't be, and we're going to fold it into 3 different parts. So fold this, try to make them as equal as possible, but if they're not perfect, it's okay. Okay, once we have our 3 parts, we're going to cut these sections across the lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now I've got my 3 separate parts, and we're going to start putting them together to form the headband. So what we're going to do first is take our first piece and line it up. See, mine isn't perfectly the same size, but it's okay. That won't be the main focus anyway. And then to keep it intact, we're going to do kind of a double layer of security. So we're going to take our stapler and just staple on each end, kind of close, so there's not a lot of overlap there, because we want it to be as long as possible. There we go. So now it's kind of good for bending like that. And now we're gonna take it and wrap it around our head. Perfect. So mine ends up fitting with just one strip, or just these 2 strips, so I'm not even gonna use this 3rd one. And I'm gonna see where it kind of lines up with my head, see how far it overlaps. It's pretty close. So now I'm just gonna staple these ends together. If you need it longer, just take that extra strip of paper and wrap it as close to your head as possible, and kind of hold with your finger where it is, and then you can kind of cut that piece off so that you can get it more exact. So this is what we have so far. Got a lot to go. Now, next we're gonna do our eyes. So we'll take this white sheet of paper we have and our cup. It can be any size you want for your eyes. Just make sure that it's a circle so that it's easier to trace, so you can get a perfect circle. Then line it up close to the edges so you don't waste a ton of paper. And we're just going to trace our cup. Then you're going to cut that circle out. Like this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera just to save time, but I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, we can put that cup away because now we have our 2 white circles. So what we're gonna do is tape them together so they're kind of overlapping a little bit. So you're gonna take your tape and just take a little piece and put it right in the center of the overlap, like that, right there. Now, we need to decide where we want our pupils to be, the little black circles. So we're gonna take our black marker and make sure you have something underneath it so you're not coloring onto a table. But what we're gonna do is make a big black circle wherever we want it to be looking. So in this case, I kind of had the pupils looking straight ahead, so that's what I'll show you here. I'm just gonna do one circle here, and then another circle right here, like this. Now you've got to color it. Okay, now that we've got both circles colored in, we need to do the beak. So I'm just gonna take my orange paper and I'm gonna see how much of my beak I want pointing out by putting my eyes over this corner of it, like this. I think about there is good. So I know I'm gonna have to cut right about here. It's whatever size you wanna make it, it really is up to you. And then you're just gonna cut straight across so that you can get that corner, like this. And then we're gonna put it on the back side of our eyes so that it's peeking out kind of underneath like this, however big you want it to. And then we're gonna take a piece of tape and we're going to secure it on there by putting one big piece of tape right on the beak and the eyes, like this. Now we have our little turkey. So, now we have to make our feathers. Now whatever colors you decided to choose was up to you, but take whatever first one you want, and we're just going to cut out a different feather design. For my feathers, I kind of did jags, or little jagged edges from it. So that's what I'll show you how to do here. I just took my pencil and I did kind of a shape like this, like that. And then while you're cutting, you can just do little pieces going back down like this. There, now we have ours like this, and we'll just cut out little pieces from it. See, like this. You can kind of mix up the different spots you do. Do one more. Okay, that's what my feather ended up looking like. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that with my other colors. So I'll do those off camera and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right guys, now that we've got our feathers cut out, we're going to position them how we want. So I think I'm gonna do green in the middle because it's the smallest, and purple and red on the sides. And I think I want them to point out like this. So once you have them in place, kind of overlapping a little bit, we're going to take our stapler and just staple all three of them together. So right where they all overlap. And then just to secure them even more in place so that they'll stand up correctly, we're gonna take a piece of tape on the back and just put it over all three like that. It just keeps them in place better so that they don't move around. So now we have our eyes and our nose and our feathers. All we have to do is put it together. So on the front part, we're going to take some tape. Oh, I have it backwards. we're gonna take some tape, and I would put it over the part where you stapled so that it kind of hides it better. But we're going to take some tape and position it how we want. And then we're just going to tape the beak to the headband and the eyes to the headband. So we'll do one piece there, and then one piece here, and one piece on the other eye. So what it kind of ends up looking like, if you can see it on the inside, we put one piece of tape here, and then another one here, and another one here. So now it's stuck in place. Now we're gonna do our feathers. So directly behind it, make sure you have the front facing front. These are gonna be about right there. So we're gonna take a piece of tape, and we're gonna put it down on the table, and then however high you want them, just take your tape and put a couple pieces, if it doesn't stay, but one will be fine if you don't, across, and it should look like this. And that is your turkey headband that you can make for Thanksgiving or just for fall season in general. I think it'll be perfect to do with your friends, and you can see you can make them as crazy as possible, but this is just a pretty basic one. So I hope you guys have fun making your turkey headbands, and I hope you guys have some great holidays. Bye guys.